That's a password to me tuning into this Cultural Global video. Congratulations! When your acceptance letter from a school, Iowa, Canada, says a otwa process, so now okoye application for IRCC Senebeya was Sabeka study permit. But when you say IRCC, about 80% of people or more apply study permit with IRCC in a refusal. Only 20% depend on whatever amount. One, you're very, very careful on betting me a refusal, especially when it comes to the proof of funds aspect. Now, in fact, so we need part 10. Now say omunina you refuse you. Now we show more reasons I do refuse you. I will tell you, guarantee, say 8 of the people out of the 10 when we refuse our note, is gonna have something to do with funding or musika or mudiko provincial IRCC. Anything a battle proof of funds are a very, very, very heavy part when it comes to your study permit. And none that this video is all about. And I'm saying proof of funds here very, very important. Pantina a mangrofo ebo hungo so many questions. And one of the questions I table so a bank bay and a menu for me 4 months bank statement. And I'm a sponsorship now provided bank statement. Yeah, bank bay now in use bank bay and I say me use IRCC for any boss or make us say yes, this is the correct bank I pay and no who answer and I'm the brewy. Yeah, why me the fifi. I'm with Cultural Global. Cultural Global a consultant. Ya board of be pray. I'm on for this same process here will be for me. In fact, your mission that you so say in the next 5 years, you see a boni pa 20,000 more to quite credit or makumaso. And it is our hanum say yeah, you are the right place at the right time now and example I'm a debe mount. May babe mount example of different banks I will be to use. These banks here I'm a debe example. It will video you at the amount. A client I abwa omo amount and na me no kase. Omo Canada omo suadie. Omo case study and I'm a debe example amount. Udi ti information I'm a debe mount. Option say sweni. Na so we need information and then you subscribe. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a value today and in return you subscribe. First of all, a day pana IRCC for omo here from Obibiara or apply for a study permit or call my website and so these are some of the things the first one is a proof of Canadian bank account in your name if you've transferred money to Canada. Banks be one of my international banks international banks is worldwide into the be Ghana be so to me wo proof for us to be honoma with me register bank be a wo Ghana a be so Canada and I say it doesn't have to be that. There are banks be one of they allow foreigners to open bank accounts who will be bisa or Canada for person much say ubetimi use that bank as a proof of fund, guarantee investment certificate, proof of a student or education loan from a bank, your bank statement for the past 4 months. Ahanum say ena yejina because majority of omo application, this is the number 1 proof omo use their 4 months bank statement, either personal and as a sponsorship. Okay, this whole video is about this. But let me just go through some of the things that they say: proof of payment of tuition and housing fees, a letter from the person or institution providing you with money, proof of funding paid from within Canada if you have a scholarship, proof of funds paid within Canada if you have a scholarship or in a Canadian funded educational program. And then, this is what Canada for Edema or more websites. So one thing that we have to stay clear, Canada not in any shape or form did tell you what kind of banks they use. And in Canada for one can't say use this bank, you cannot use this bank, you can use this bank, you cannot use this bank. Actually, they didn't even get into the type of banks I use. And it's that question of confuse a lot of people out there. And making sure say bank I use international bank, a banker Canada for him. How do you know bank Canada food in right? In tintins in some microphone sema or more can be emanating no too confusing. You see, when you go on there, their requirement is their requirement. They say they want you to bring a bank statement 4 months from a bank. A bank at the institution. It can be a local bank, it can be a union bank, it can be a private bank, it can be international bank, it can be community bank, any bank could be a searchable. Maybe me advice about why? Because you're a consultant here. Now, my example of banks are you use for your other clients are see or more Canada. And into my case study being show this orange box is here just private information my blocking it out because where your OB bank statement you use my Nippon or Canada says here. This is a very, very successful bank statement. This is a bank statement from Ghana. Men can bank a crunch because it really doesn't matter the bank. It is what is on the statement, and no in here. So what are they looking for when it comes to bank statement? A more example of and who say important for every bank statement out because every bank statement should have a date, a transaction transaction description, right? That's the second thing. A debit and a credit. And this debit and credit, sometimes these words changes depending on the bank and depending on the country. And a closing balance. These words can change. For example, where the bit said debit, it can be called withdrawal with a different bank. Where the bit said credit, it can be called deposit. Where the be like closing balance, it can be called balance. It really doesn't matter, right? But these things need to be aligned very, very, very properly. So the first one is the date. This one they call it booking date, but banks be on one friendly date. And then they have description, reference, credit. It really doesn't matter. Banks be on but booking date description. Transaction type, where is it coming from? Withdrawal, is it through the ATM? Is it through maybe a payment you made online? Say a deposit, is it through ATM? A deposit, is it through a bank transfer? A wire transfer, then right? Description, the value date. No. You can say it's basically the same date as the booking date. Banks we will know different wording and a ubinyano wahan debit and a credit and a account details. Okay, account details. No, they udimbe wohonum account number, it be account, branch or whatever the case may be, and definitely the logo of the bank. You need to have all those things in there. Ma omu who said this is qualifies to be a bank. Obviously, minim verification but what I can say is that this bank statement, it works. Since you don't call it bank statement, now it looks something similar to this. You are good. You shouldn't worry whether it's an international, whether it's a local. They didn't specify it. Remember a few examples. This is another client on also Canada as a CIA kasa and a sponsor bank statement. And into Osha Hanum say you see account number my bank logo no Hanum say bank BR have almost the same formatting. Okay, we have some bank details here and then the person's name and address is over here as well. Now over this bank statement here is the same thing. Dates Hanum say transaction description, right? Withdrawal, so this is a bank from the US, a local bank actually. It's not even an international bank. Your withdrawal and your deposit and your balance country be itimi SSA. Once you have these three components on there, it qualifies to be a bank statement. That is what I am telling you. This is a successful one because we're from your client your boy now or Canada CCA or City. The last one this bank statement is from the Netherlands. It's even in a different language, any English language. But this is a bank statement I may use to my client. Visa no Canada Chrome CCA, and it's even in Dutch. It's not even in English. It follow the same formatting. Me the meaning what this word is, what it means in English, but common sense will tell me say every bank statement there is a date section, right? So definitely, and this is a date format. So this one easy to predict, right? This is date, and then some way somehow I see Shell here. I see some company names that are familiar, right? Guess what? I can tell that this is a transaction description. Within these two, I know about withdrawal and probably deposit. Bank logo no bless because sensitive data. I don't want you to focus on the bank itself and any details. So I have say account number ni BBA say. These are three examples. I made the amount for you to know. Say you yourself a bank statement, brah. Don't worry too much about my bank. My name is Canada. No, is the bank registered? If the answer is yes, if the bank has some search history, like making sure so a banker, I mean they are real bank, papa no Gigi Chusuna or Trotro no and cast a bank because only paper trail bia, only any trail bia a or what system muso or a bank because banks do abide by government laws and they didn't know making sure that these are the banks you're dealing with, right? I'm gonna have so many videos coming on what type of bank statement topics be to say how do you build a bank statement and also so may that video no to make sure so subscribe to this YouTube channel send a drop a video see I wanted to give you a detailed video today and internet and way in Cultural Global send in the next 5 years out of 20,000 people to go in there was so many services I have DV lottery processing, student visa for US and Canada, about work migration visa US immigration processing wadofu bi pem unua bi na ma me bi wadofu bi person obefa from Ghana onim how a process is thing obetimi aye there contact making sure say obe connected with us on WhatsApp 7749465963. Now at the same time so making sure so subscribe it to our YouTube channel because there are so many videos bro. Additionally, your community are free to join. Check the description as I made the link in the ya trust Koturu Global Community yen kasa wo ye share valuable information on video ya me de bro we no first. Number 1, ka wo mu so every Wednesday bia no ye call Zoom so e free ya na wa na wo ye process ni ade bra ne be busa question e consultation ye no for free ye the amount ye consultant and we are doing this for free umpe we na pede nti ye try send me kan no so when you video no me kan ni invite ase na so ka say so when you video no ho a wo subscribe so why don't you go ahead subscribe even like share your comment e bia na wo adwen kire bia okora so why you be that has been successful you want to share your thought let me know your thoughts in the comment section and I'll be glad to reply. That's Show.